Have you ever found yourself reminiscing about someone who was once a significant part of your life but is no longer around? Perhaps it's a friend who drifted away, a relationship that ended unexpectedly, or a mentor who moved on. It's a universal experience that often leaves us with a mix of emotions: confusion, sadness, frustration. We find ourselves asking, they promised to stay, how could they leave? Is there something wrong with me? Was I not enough? These questions swirl in our minds, leading us down a path of self-doubt and negativity. We may spend days, weeks, even months caught in this emotional turmoil, longing for answers that never seem to come. But what if we could shift our perspective? What if we viewed these departures not as losses, but as essential components of our personal growth? Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we explore life's complexities through the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. If you're new here, we're delighted to have you join us. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that touches us all: the people who come and go in our lives and the lessons they bring. But before we get started, please take a moment to hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us reach more people who might benefit from these discussions. Now, let's embark on this journey together. In Stoicism, a philosophy founded in ancient Greece and Rome, there's a profound emphasis on understanding and accepting the natural course of events. The Stoics teach us that while we cannot control external circumstances, we have complete authority over our internal responses. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was once a slave, famously said, "We are disturbed not by events, but by the views which we take of them." This means that it's not the departure of someone that causes us distress, but our interpretation of that event. Let me share a story from my own life. There was a time when a close friend suddenly became distant. No arguments, no explanations, just silence. I was consumed by thoughts like, did I do something wrong, or why am I not worthy of their time? But then I recalled Marcus Aurelius's words, "Accept whatever comes to you, woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs." This prompted me to reflect differently. Instead of seeing the situation as a personal failure, I began to consider what lessons I could learn. Perhaps it was an opportunity to develop independence, to focus on self-improvement, or to understand the impermanence of relationships. The Stoics believed that everything in life happens according to a natural order, what they called logos. This rational structure of the universe means that events unfold as they are meant to, and resisting this flow only leads to suffering. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." Applying this to our topic, perhaps we find it challenging to accept someone's departure because we're afraid to confront the lessons it brings. So how can we embrace the Stoic approach to people coming and going in our lives? Firstly, by practicing amor fati, a Latin phrase meaning love of fate. This concept encourages us to not only accept but to love everything that happens. When someone leaves, instead of lamenting, we can appreciate the time we had with them and the experiences shared. Nietzsche, though not a Stoic, was influenced by this idea and said, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different." Secondly, we can focus on the present moment. Often, we get caught up in past regrets or future anxieties. Marcus Aurelius advised, confine yourself to the present. By staying grounded in the now, we can better appreciate our current relationships and experiences without clinging to what was or what might be. Another important Stoic practice is understanding the dichotomy of control. This principle divides the world into things we can control and things we cannot. We cannot control other people's actions or decisions, but we can control how we respond to them. When someone chooses to leave, recognize that their decision is outside your control. What is within your control is your reaction, choosing to harbor resentment or choosing to find peace and learn from the experience. It's also crucial to recognize that everyone is on their own journey. Just as you are navigating your path, others are doing the same. Their departure might not be about you at all. They may need to grow in ways that require them to move on. By accepting this, we honor both our journey and theirs. We can let go of the need to assign blame or find fault, and instead appreciate the role we played in each other's lives. Let me share another perspective. The philosopher Heraclitus famously said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man." This highlights the constant state of change in life. People change, circumstances change, and that's a natural part of existence. When we accept impermanence as a fundamental truth, we free ourselves from the chains of expectation. We begin to see each interaction as a unique moment in time, valuable for what it is, rather than what we wish it could be. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds good in theory, but how do I actually apply it when I'm hurting? It's important to allow yourself to feel your emotions. Stoicism isn't about suppressing feelings, but about understanding them. Acknowledge your sadness or disappointment, then reflect on the root causes. Are you feeling rejected? Are you afraid of being alone? By examining these feelings, you can address underlying issues and foster personal growth. Journaling can be a powerful tool in this process. Writing down your thoughts and emotions allows you to externalize them, making them easier to analyze. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is essentially his personal journal, filled with reflections that helped him navigate the complexities of life. Another Stoic practice is negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum. This involves contemplating the potential loss of things we value to appreciate them more fully. By occasionally reflecting on the possibility that relationships may end, we become more grateful for them while they last, and better prepared if they do change. This isn't meant to induce fear, but to enhance appreciation. As Seneca advised, he robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand. It's also beneficial to focus on cultivating virtues. The Stoics identified 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. By striving to embody these qualities, we become better equipped to handle life's challenges. For instance, wisdom helps us discern the lessons in each experience. Courage allows us to face our emotions honestly. Justice guides us in treating others fairly, even when we're hurt. Temperance enables us to maintain balance and not be overwhelmed by extreme reactions. Now let's address the idea of reconciliation. Is there a possibility that someone who has drifted away might return? The Stoics would advise us not to cling to this hope, but to remain open to whatever the future holds. Epictetus taught, "Make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens." Focus on your growth and well-being. If paths cross again, you'll be in a better place to reconnect authentically. In embracing the Stoic perspective, we learn that life is a series of lessons. People enter our lives to teach us, challenge us, and help us evolve. Their departure is not necessarily an ending, but a transition, a new chapter in our ongoing story. By releasing the need to control or resist these changes, we find peace. We begin to trust in the natural order of things, knowing that each experience contributes to our development. I encourage you to reflect on your own experiences. Think about someone who has left your life and consider the lessons you've gained from that relationship. How has it shaped you? What wisdom have you acquired? By doing this, you transform what might have been a source of pain into a wellspring of growth. Thank you so much for joining me in this exploration of Stoicism and the lessons people bring into our lives. If you found value in this discussion, please give this video a like. It doesn't cost you anything, but helps us immensely. And to let me know you've watched until the end, please comment the word amor fati below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and engage with you in the comments. Remember, life is a journey filled with endless opportunities for learning. Embrace each moment, cherish each lesson, and continue to grow into the best version of yourself. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and keep exploring. Consider starting your own journal. When someone leaves your life, write about it. Explore what you've learned from the relationship and how you've grown. Over time, you'll notice patterns and gain deeper insights into yourself.